But, boys, we got one of the most exciting weekends of the year. I would rival this to the opening weekend of March Madness. Really, that's really the only other, I guess, New Year's Day with the college football playoff games, but wild card weekend, opening weekend of March Madness, first round of college football playoff, the college football playoff semis. Whenever the 12-team playoff takes off next year, that opening weekend is going to be bonkers and very exciting.
Those four games next year.
Yeah. And we got a wild card weekend. We're previewing all of them, predicting winners, and then we're gonna wrap up with curveball of the week here. And maybe before we get to curveball, we will talk. You guys good talking about the Nick Saban retirement?
Sure.
You have to.
All right. Yeah, we do. We do. It was funeral because Michigan killed him. But we'll start on Saturday. First game of the day on Saturday. Texans versus Browns, which it's going to be cold as balls all weekend in Dickinson. It is a high of -14, and that's not without the windshield, judging by my weather app on my phone. It is supposed to be windy, so it's going to feel like -40. And not looking forward to it, but I'm just going to hang out and chill. Maybe buy myself a case of Old Milwaukee's and watch football all afternoon and during the day. So Texans versus Browns. Browns are 2.5-point favorites. This game's at 2:30 on NBC on Saturday. The point total for the game's 44.5. Couple big things here is DeMeco Ryans probably going to win Coach of the Year. CJ Stroud is going to win Rookie of the Year. Tremendous season, tremendous turnaround by those two. And I said that the biggest thing with DeMeco Ryans was getting that quarterback right. He did that. He's got a leader on both the offense and defense in drafting Will Anderson. Texans won a thriller Saturday night. And, the Browns, they rested Joe Flacco. I'm curious if that takes him out of his rhythm. He's been playing so well. I understand why Stefanski did it, and it's only going to matter if they lose this game. But I think the big thing that I have written down here is this is, especially in these games, these coordinator matchups are huge. What is Jim Schwartz going to do to a rookie quarterback? What's he going to do to confuse CJ Stroud? How are they going to protect him? Because going up against Myles Garrett is never easy. How does Jim Schwartz is it Jim Schwartz?
Jim Schwartz.
I don't know why I had Jeff Schwartz in my brain, but yes, Jim Schwartz. What's he gonna do on the defensive end? I think that this is a bad matchup for the Texans just based off of that, because he feasts on rookie quarterbacks, and I think I saw a stat that in playoff games, rookie quarterbacks are 17-35 in their opening when they make their playoff debuts. So we'll give you let you guys do your thoughts, and then we'll come back around and do our predictions for the game.
I just think Stroud's playing it, even since his concussion, playing at a high level, making all the throws. Nothing seems to bother him. I mean, first though on the literally win or go home game, 75-yard bomb on Saturday. So I don't think the lights are too big for him. Rookie quarterbacks, it has to be a little daunting going into an environment like the Dog Pound. But
no, game's in Houston.
So different. Oh, the game is in Houston. That's right. I keep forgetting that.
AFC South Division champs.
Right. That's right. Yeah, they're at home. Heck, that's even better for him.
I think the big thing for me, guys, is, Dylan, you mentioned Jim Schwartz. Move Myles Garrett all around that Houston offensive line, except one spot. He's never rushing right defensive end. He's going nowhere near Laramie Tunsil. I'm not putting my best on their best. That's just stupid.
No.
No. Just
for that.
Just exactly. Just in this, like in the Serengeti. I'm not going to attack the biggest, strongest water buffalo. I'm attacking the young, the sick, and the old. I'm letting Myles do his thing, go up and down, find a weakness like J.J. Watt did, and I'm attacking that guy all game. And And if you can, I think the weakness for this Houston offensive line after watching last week's game is in the middle. Let Miles rush on the inside, because then it gets him to C.J. Stroud quicker. Nothing a quarterback hates more than pressure up the middle. And this Browns secondary that has a bunch of bad dudes on there. They're not going to be afraid of Nico Collins. I don't know if Robert Woods is going to play, but Denzel Ward, Juan Thornhill, Greg Newsome, Grant Delpit, all those dudes
just had his window open. So I mean, there's a chance he plays. I doubt it, but there's a chance.
But yeah, I mean, this secondary is just a bunch of bad dudes, and if Schwartz can get Garrett lining up all over the place where they don't know where to stop him, where to send that double team, could be a long day for CJ. And then if I'm the Texans, when I'm facing Flacco, I'm taking away the middle of the field. I'm not letting David Njoku get going, because when Flacco was in Baltimore, he was throwing to Dennis Pitta and Owen Daniels when he came over there from the Texans. He was attacking the middle of the field. I'm making him throw outside the numbers. Make him have those high, tough completion percentage passes, tough throws. And I don't want him to get comfortable, because if he finds Njoku in the middle and he gets cooking, it's going to be a long day in Houston.
Yeah, I'm prediction time. I think the coordinator, I think Myles Garrett is going to be too much for Houston. I think that the groundwork has been laid for the Texans. They aren't going anywhere. They have taken over the favorites of the AFC South. I think CJ Stroud is already the best quarterback in the AFC South. Mm-hmm. But I think they're still almost a year away. I think they get a little bit healthier. They improve that offensive line a little bit. I think in the end, I like the Browns to win 23-20.
All right. I'm going with the rookie. I'm going with the better quarterback. I think Stroud is better than Flacco right now, so I'm rolling with it. But I think Stingley shadows Cooper. I think he kind of shuts him down. That takes one option away. Like Grant said, cover the middle too. So I think Blake Cashman is going to have a big game. I think he's going to have a scoop and score. That's my prediction. I'm going 24-13, Houston.
Oh, wow. 2-possession game.
Kind of just like last week, guys. Football's a simple game. The team with the better offensive line and the better defensive line always wins. Cleveland's run game is awesome. Myles Garrett and that defense is fantastic. My secondary is the best in the NFL. Their defense is the best in the NFL this year. Give me the Browns, 27-16.
Okay, 27-16.
Game, Dylan. I don't know if you're watching the T-Wolves game. T-Wolves are up 2 right now. They just started overtime, and we're down 2 starters at Boston.
In Boston, and coming off a game last night,
and coming off a back-to-back. Pat just got
where they actually had to stay. They stayed in Orlando because of the snowstorms or something that are
4:00 Boston time.
That's it's a high school game.
That's like 4 hours before the game.
Jeez, because there was talk that they were supposed to land at like 11 or something. Dang.
Yeah, they didn't get there then. Let's go. Come on, we just gotta stop.
Wow. But I talked about, and this hurts me a little bit to say. I said that CJ Stroud has already surpassed Trevor Lawrence as the best quarterback in the AFC South, and the Jaguar. I can't believe I was dumb enough to fall for that trap again, to go and pick them to win, be the 2 seed in the AFC for all that. So maybe we all jinxed them, because I think we were all high on the Jags this year, but
also
we should have had.
In our defense, you look at CJ Stroud's first preseason game against the Patriots. The dude looked lost. Like it had 4-13 written all over for Houston this year.
So bad.
We all knew the troubles that Tennessee was going to be in, and with the Colts, Steichen's coming over. You really don't have any good skill players outside Pittman. You have no one on defense. What's AR-15 going to be like? Then he gets hurt. Well, I guess, and Steichen, again, it's his first year. You have to take Jacksonville, Dylan. Everyone looks like fools. There's no person outside of the Houston Metropolitan that said the Texans would have won this division this year. No one person.
I think it's time Trevor cuts his hair. You're the face of the franchise. You know, it was cool to be the surfer boy, you know, the long shaggy hair, what you're known for, but now you're the face of the franchise. You got to act like an adult. You don't need the long hair. It gets in the way of what you can see. You can't. I mean, he regressed this year, like terribly. It was like it's like what we saw with Carson Wentz at the end of his Eagles tenure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Doug Peterson just is good at reviving things, but he's not a finisher.
That's a common denominator right there, folks.
Yeah. So Trevor Lawrence needs to cut his hair, and maybe Doug Peterson needs to go.
Is this your thing? Like Cowherd is an anti-backwards hat guy. Are you saying you want your quarterbacks clean cut with a fresh haircut?
Yeah,
I am. No California surfer. Yeah, bro. Let's get some za. As my franchise quarterback.
It's cool if you're a receiver, but not when you're the quarterback. I want my quarterback to be an adult. I want him to be a grown-up. I want him at the podium wearing a suit and tie after each game.
All right, we found Dylan's shtick.
That's right.
We found a shtick for a franchise quarterback.
You named it. Nailed it. So